So one thing you have talked about, Adam Hollioake, once of Send, now back here playing against Horsley and Send all these years later for Lashings, is how nice it is to be back in a dressing room. But you're sharing that changing room with all sorts of characters from different eras. A Sir Gordon Greenwich you never played with, and then more recently a Hugo Hammond, who of course, again, different side of the age spectrum. What is that experience like to have that feeling and the smell of the deep heat back again?
Yeah, I mean, the cricket's probably a little less important than to get into play people with like Gordon Greenwich, who was retired before I started, and then maybe someone like a Courtney Walsh, who was a legend of the West Indies, but I didn't play with. I played against him. Then with people I played with, all the way to people who started after me, it's like really different dynamic. You've got the hero worship of someone like a Gordon Greenwich, who, I would have been asking for signatures back when I was a kid, all the way through to probably being a bit more of a mentoring role for the younger ones coming through. So the dynamics of any changing room are always varied, but especially in the Lashings changing room.
And as for Lashings, growing up, being aware of it even before you started playing for them, what does the name, the Lashings Wild 11, mean to you?
Yeah, the Lashings name's just been around for a while now, hasn't it? I think I've played my first Lashings game 20 odd years ago, so it's been around. And I think there's been so many great players from so many different countries, and I think there's a bit more of a Harlem Globetrotters type feel about it, a bit more relaxed, and I think there's a nice vibe. I always feel, when I come here, I always feel happy, and hopefully the people that we play against do as well.
Thanks so much for your time, Adam. You're in next, so we're not going to take up too much more of it, and thankfully a wicket hasn't been lost in this interview. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.